Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2. Now obviously this narration is because of my previous episode and the fact that I keep tailing off, for which I am very sorry for. And also, when looking back on my live commentary, because I do all my commentary live. It's not been really that great recently, so I do apologise for that. Now, moving on to this particular episode, well, what more can I say? We're down to a single territory. I was doing more frantic hair pulling than you could possibly imagine in this particular episode. The problem being, of course, that we've only got one territory, and we could only field about 400 men on the field. So naturally, I should say, I was trying to secure my position in other ways, really, guys. So I first decided to go into a bit of a war to conquer some territories of my neighbour, who was comparable to my own strength, as you will later see, which had some very mixed results. And also, I tried to do the succession game, which I achieved with varying levels of success. So today's episode is very much a mixed bag, and I will try my very best to talk you through it whilst my monitor remains on, because it has a tendency to want to go to sleep, and I know I can change that, but I forgot to do that when first starting this narration. So great job there, Strategical. Always professional. We're always professional on this channel. You know, I settle for nothing less. So yeah, as I was saying, I really tried to gain strength through conflict first of all, and as you will later see, or as you are now seeing rather, that failed miserably. Because I didn't realise that the amount of men that he could field were far superior to mine. So, yeah. And I actually was saying, this is what happens when you don't do your research. And I should take my own advice here and basically look at the figures a lot more closely. So I then decided to, as a result of this failed attempt, try to really go about achieving my aims through the succession game. As I said previously, and the way I did that was basically pick my strongest relative at this moment in time that was entitled to my land, and basically said I'll plumb for him, and because my vessels, I only have one actually, if any, basically agreed with me and said, okay, that's okay, we'll do that. So yeah, that's why, I was able to achieve that aim, because the benefit of having only one vessel, you've only got one vessel to really persuade. And I keep doing that. I keep burping at the most inappropriate times. I do apologise. So yeah, as you are now witnessing, my feeble attempt at trying to take this territory, and then I suddenly went and took stock of the situation, and suddenly, and then realised, hang on a minute, we've got some fairly strong relatives. Let me have a look at the succession, and that's what I ended up doing. And as for the channel as a whole, I will say at this point, because I've already done this narration once, would you believe? And I noticed that the volume was too loud, but not too loud, too quiet. Sorry, I can't even get my words out today properly, and there was no way to really boost that sound. So I'm trying to basically retrace my steps, and as you can see, I surrendered because I knew at this point there was no point trying to win, because yeah, it was futile basically at this point. So yeah, I'm not very good at war, as you've now seen on numerous occasions. Yeah, so as for this channel overall, I was saying in my previous narration that I am planning to get another game to really put alongside the series, because I know that there's been a lot of Crusader Kings videos on this particular channel, which I know many of you like Crusader Kings, but for my own sanity as well as yours, I wanted to really put some variation in there. Hence why I decided to do a little bit of Oddworld. And as we're on the subject of Oddworld, that game is amazing, but hard. Very, 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 very hard. And as you may have witnessed, I've been live streaming my particular playthrough, because I'm still having those issues with actually putting videos up on YouTube from my PlayStation. So until I get that resolved, that's the only way I can really do it. And you may have noticed that I've been cutting the streams about half an hour, maybe 20 minutes in, because there's been A, no one watching them, and B, I'm failing over and over again. So it's obvious I'm very conscious of you guys that come and watch my videos later on that day, or maybe a couple of days, and I don't want you guys to be sat through me failing on multiple occasions. So very conscious about that, really, guys. And I would like to sort of say at this moment, would you rather me like just play the game like as I would normally, and therefore keep all the failures in, or would you like me to do what I'm doing currently, and basically as soon as I find myself stuck on a particular bit, go away and potentially do that bit off camera? So that is your choice, and I respect it either way. You know, in addition, I am currently looking for new games to put on my channel. So as I was sort of alluding to, as soon as I get finances that or sort of money essentially, probably from Christmas now at this point, I will be on the lookout for new games. So that is also your choice. I'm going to give you basically, a limit, which I'm not going to really discuss right now. But I will give you like a list of games, and then you can pick from that list of games. Or similarly, I can give you a budget, and if it falls within that budget, I will happily buy it for you to basically watch on this channel. So one of those options is, either one is absolutely fine. As I say, it will probably be around the Christmas or just before, depending on finances permitting, of course. And also, I know I said that I was going to get more equipment to basically put back into the channel, and as you can see at this point, I'm trying to fabricate a claim on a Duke there, and I find out that I can't due to the fact. Very sorry, as I said, always professional. Due to the fact that he's already at war, I think. Please let me know if that is the case, because I'm not entirely sure at this point, and I wasn't entirely sure at the time. So that would be fantastic. So as I was saying, I'm on the lookout for new games, because although Crusader Kings is a great game, it's getting a bit sour, certainly from my perspective. And I would really want to, play a different game for you guys. I know in the beginning, I was playing like Attila, and a bit of Shogun and a bit of Masters of the World. But I've exhausted all those avenues, and I don't really want to keep putting games up that I've already done a playthrough ostensibly. So that's the reason why. Anyway, heading back to this game, I'm as I said to you, realizing at this point that the inheritance game is probably the best way forward, and I do indeed secure this characters that we're looking at the moment position to succeed me. And he's got a lot more titles than what I do at the moment, so it was a win-win sort of situation, as long as I didn't die. That was the overriding factor. I was very conscious that I was going to die during this very precarious situation. And we've had a few sort of challenges to the council positions, and saying, I'm a better spy master. No, I am. Okay. We'll give you a go. So apart from that, that was essentially it. And I have a feeling that my first narration was a lot better, but hopefully you can get my general gist. I'm very reluctant, I will say at this point, to buy the new Total War game that's coming out, I believe, next year. I can't remember what month exactly, but again, I'm sure some of you, if not all of you, know that. So, but the reason why I'm fairly reluctant to buy it myself is that I'm not really au fait with the Warhammer universe, and therefore I feel that I'm going to be doing the game a disservice if I did play the game. Now, obviously, you need to play the game and get into the series. Now, don't get me wrong, I will be buying the game. My sort of main sort of concern, because I was thinking, or maybe flirting with the idea of actually playing the game on this channel, but because I'm so new to the Warhammer sort of universe, I'd be totally confused as to what's going on. So, I could do some research, I suppose. And that particular character that you just saw, this one here, I didn't realize had already gone over to a feudal sort of system, or like recognizes the need for a feudal system. Not this character. It was another character. Or maybe he converts to it, and then I realize, and then he dies. Like, he dies so quick, and then I'm like, well, I'll just default to my previous position. So let me guys know if you want to see Warhammer on this channel as well. I know I'm giving you guys a lot of decisions on this game and on this channel, and I'm not really talking too much about the game, but it's pretty self-evident, you know what I'm trying to do at this point. The best way I can describe myself on this game, certainly, is I just wander through the game like a blind mice, and then find myself in the most advantageous position that you could possibly find yourself in. It happened with England, like when I initially played this game, and I've pumped over 100 hours into this game. Let me let me just put that out there. This game is purely down to educated luck, and when I say educated luck, you can try and put yourself in the best position possible, but like it won't count for shit. Like if and by the way, excuse my language, if the game doesn't want you to succeed, or if the game or a certain character dies in some way, like, there's simply nothing you can do about it sometimes. Similarly, there's nothing you can do about being maybe a king, and maybe you don't want to be a king for whatever reason. Again, I'm going to refer back to another English campaign that I played, and I actually didn't want to be king because I was trying to build my strength up, my relative strength up, to take the throne for myself many years down the line, and I was happy with the primogenitor. I was a close relative of the ruling royal family, and like I had a claim to the throne. I just needed to build up my strength, and there was a faction formed to institute first seniority and then elective monarchy. So, like, first of all, elective monarchy was installed to because most of the lords didn't like the fact that it was primogenitor. So elective monarchy was put into place, and I was the person elected to succeed the then king. So I was first thinking, oh my god, this is great. This is a very long story, as you can imagine. Oh my god, this is great. Fantastic. I mean, like, and then I realised that I'm going to be in a weak position once I ascended to the throne, because I've only got my little corner of, I believe it was Wessex at the time, then sort of Essex, obviously, and I was thinking, well, damn, I'm not going to be able to hold on to the throne if anyone challenges me. And that's what indeed happened. In fact, I bankrupted myself trying to maintain power, and then I resigned to basically losing the war. And I actually found myself in a much worse situation than I was before I was king. Now, there was nothing I could do about it, because all the lords all the lords wanted me to be king for some reason. But I wasn't really at a level where I could protect my position. And what made it worse is that elective monarchy, and then they decided to elect seniority. And by that time, I was the only oldest member of the family. So I got hit with a double whammy and ended up with about 2 counties. And as you can see, my sort of inheritance game is going to pay off, and I'm going to end up with a few titles. So I ended up with 2 counties, and I was like, and this was from a position of holding several duchies. And there was nothing I could do about it. Absolutely nothing. Because the entire country had rallied behind, I believe it was the Duke of York. And literally was intent on seizing the throne for themselves. And then my entire dynasty was kicked from the throne, sort of thing. So, like, we had to build from virtually nothing again. So, essentially, in fact, I think I ended up dying a couple of years later with no one eligible to inherit my title. So I was well and truly peed off, and it demonstrates the precarious nature of this game. I mean, all you can do is make educated guesses and then hope that circumstances favour you. As you can see, I'm procrastinating at this point because I'm thinking, you know what does this mean for me? And it meant absolutely nothing, and that's why I decided to tell you about that story, because at this moment in time it didn't, nothing was really happening. It was just me procrastinating and taking my sweet time over a simple decision. In fact, there wasn't really very much decisions that I could really implement or want to put into place. But there you go. Hey hum. But thank you very much for sticking with me. I totally do appreciate it. Thank you very much for your support. Until next time, I have been Strategical Gamer. Bye bye for now.